Setting up a Wi-Fi LAN the easy way. Part 1 of 2, the parts with wires. In this movie, I'll show you how to set up a Wi-Fi LAN in your home or small office based on a single residential gateway box containing an appropriate broadband modem, router, Ethernet switch, and wireless access point. A single box solution like this may not be available to you. As a general rule, your Internet Service Provider, ISP, will provide all of the equipment you'll need to install. Sometimes two separate boxes are provided, and in that case the process will be slightly different, but all of the principles are the same, and you should be able to use this movie for guidance with a little customized interpretation. If you've purchased your own LAN equipment from a technology retailer, or if you've retained your own equipment from a former ISP, you're more likely to have 2 or 3 separate boxes, and you'll need to interconnect them to get the same basic functionality that's described here. That's not difficult, but there are some details you should know about. You can learn those details from other clips available within the wireless networking section at AskMrWizard.com. And with that information, you can wire up your multiple box equipment to behave exactly like the single box solution that we'll be discussing. So, with that introduction behind us, let's get started, based on the assumption that you can arrange for some kind of broadband internet connection from a local internet service provider, and that you've obtained all of the necessary Wi-Fi hardware, broadband modem, router, Ethernet switch, and wireless access point in a single box, or in a combination of boxes that are appropriately wired in series to behave like a single box. When we talk about that equipment as a single, all-inclusive entity, we'll continue to use the term wireless residential gateway. First, we'll need to acknowledge that your wireless network won't be entirely wireless. It is commonplace to need some wires. For example, your internet service provider will almost certainly string some kind of cable from their nearest facility into your home. You will also need to use one or more wires to connect that service to a connector leading to the broadband modem portion of your wireless residential gateway. All of the popular wireless residential gateways support the option to connect one or more computers with an Ethernet cable, and most people find that a wired cable gives better performance and is convenient for computers located nearby. During the initial setup, you'll need to use a wired Ethernet cable to connect the first of your computers, but you will be able to eliminate that wired cable afterward if you prefer to keep that computer untethered. Most network equipment manufacturers try to provide some kind of semi-automated process for neophytes, described in prominent Start Here documents or CD-ROMs, and you might be well served to attempt their sequence. Usually they expect you to install special software on your Windows or Macintosh computer. If that works for you, fine. But every manufacturer's process is different, and some of them aren't very well thought out. Some of them are incompatible with certain internet service providers, or with obscure operating systems, or with certain routers. Experts are painfully aware of these shortcomings, so they generally avoid the special customized software and newbie procedures, preferring instead to follow correct principles, as I'm covering them in this movie. In the long run, this turns out to be the easy way. Modern operating systems, including Linux, Microsoft Windows, and Apple's OS X, provide full support for wireless internet access, so you shouldn't need to install any specialized software from your internet service provider.